In most of my videos, I've always addressed women, but in today's video, I'm going to be addressing the men, and I'm going to be sharing some of the tips to attract a real woman, and not only attract a real woman, but how to keep her and make her stay. Welcome to today's video. My name is NJAU. We've seen on social media or maybe on YouTube or TV channels, people have always posted on how to make a man happy, how to make a man stay, how to attract a man, how to do blah 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 blah. And personally, I stopped watching those videos because I felt like, why is it always about a man, how to make a man do this? Why is it like not so many people? There are people who address that issue on how to treat a woman and all those things, but it is not addressed as much as how a woman should treat a man or keep a man or all those things. And I know it's because maybe people put it in the concept of the Bible says that a wise woman builds a home, and it has always been like it's a woman who builds their home. But I don't conquer. I totally agree with that, because you cannot argue with something that has been written in the Bible. I also would like to put across, like, for a relationship to work, there must be two people who are willing to make it work. A relationship is a commitment between two people who are willing, two mature human beings who are willing to make this thing work. And does that doesn't mean that both or either one of you is perfect. It just means that you're two imperfect people, but you're doing 100% to make sure that this relationship has worked. So it's not about a woman or a man, it's about two people who are willing, who are committed to make sure that this relationship actually works. So that concept, I said I personally no longer watch those videos of how to do whatever to a man, and if you watch them, good for you. Personally, I don't, because I feel like it's too much pressure for a woman. Of course it's pressure, but you cannot make a relationship work alone. That is basically what I'm trying to say. A relationship has to be a commitment between two mature people who are willing to make it work. It cannot work because you put 100% and someone else somewhere is putting 0%. Okay, so in this video is basically for women, real women. So if you are that kind of a woman or that kind of a lady who is looking for a tall, dark and handsome, you're still in that stage of tall, dark and handsome, I'm sorry, this is not for you. I'm here to talk on behalf of women who mean what they say when they say they are coming into your life for a lifetime commitment. I'm not talking about people who are there for good, for money, people who are there for a good life, people who are there for looks, people who are there for good sex. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a woman who will stick by you if everything else fall apart. That is the kind of woman I'm representing in this video. And without any further ado, let me just go straight to the points that I want to share with you today. I've written them down, so you might see me looking down, so I'm just going to check the points and then I'm going to share them with you. The first thing that a real woman really need, and before I even say the first thing, I need you to understand this. It's in relation with that first thing. Women are attracted to power. Women, every woman, including me, are attracted to power. And that's why you see, like, a woman will celebrate a pastor maybe more than the man in the house. Let me just put it that way. And a woman will be like, you see them humble themselves before maybe someone, their boss, or maybe someone who is in the authority, maybe more than they do at home, because women are attracted to power. And it doesn't mean you have to be the president of Kenya. If you are, or maybe you have to be the president or the prime minister or the whatever, or the governor or whatever. If you can, good for you, more power to you. But if you're not, you have to know that there's a way you have power as a man. You don't even need to be the president, but there's a way you have power by the way you speak, by the things that you need to invest in yourself. Okay, you need to explore your mind and learn some of. You need to learn a lot of things. You need to know. You need to be informed. That is the word. You need to be informed. And the moment you are informed and you work with people who have gone ahead of you, because men have a weakness of listening to other men. Not all men, but men naturally, most of them, you find that they don't want to ask questions. They don't want to admit that sijui I need help, because most of the women, let me tell you, women, if you know someone who have gone ahead of you and they know something that you don't know, they really go for it. And that's why you find that women conference are so packed, and you have a men's conference that has around just have counted people, because men don't like to admit that they need help. It's because of their ego, I don't know, but basically you need to get information. You need to be in a position to know, I don't know this and someone else knows this, so I need help from that person. That is how you become powerful. So when you're informed and when you know a lot of things, so the first thing that you need to know is that women are attracted to power. And it's not that power per se, at president or anything else. Like I said, it's you have to be informed. Let her know that she can count on you when they want to get a certain information. Okay, don't be the kind of a person who kila kitu kiulizo sijui. Don't be the sijui kind of a guy. Be a person who is informed, know many things, know how to solve different solutions. Okay, and make sure that you talk to people who have gone ahead of you. Maybe listen to people who have gone ahead of you, because there are people who are so much informed and you can learn a lot from them. But you have to be willing, you have to accept that sijui and I need to learn this. So that is the first thing you need to understand as a man, that women are attracted to power. Real women are attracted to power. The next thing I need you to know is that don't ever hand over your position to a woman, no matter the situation, the circumstances you are in life. That is not something attractive. Handing over your driver's wheel to the woman in your life, that is a sign of weakness, which is not an attractive sign at all. If it doesn't matter whatever the situation you're in, it doesn't matter what your financial status are like, it doesn't matter what you're going through. You need to keep your head up high. Like, you never hand over your driver's seat to your wife, to your girlfriend, or to the woman in your life. It doesn't mean that, I'm not saying you be aggressive or abusive so that you can prove a point. There's a better way of not handling your not giving over your driver's seat to the woman in your life. Like, you make sure that when life is okay, when you're doing well in life, keep something aside for yourself. That is all I'm trying to say. Like, make sure that there's no point in your life that itafika uanze hand over your power as a man simply because of the circumstances in your life. I hope that has come that point is understood. Like, you need to be in a position to know that I'm the man of this house, and I'm not the man of this house because of my financial state. I'm not the man of this house because of the fact that I provide, but you take the wheel and you take the bull by the horn. Like, you don't give your driver's seat no matter the circumstances, no matter the situation you're in. And the third thing I would like for you to know is that you need to take responsibility. You need to be a responsible human being. And by responsible, I mean, like, you're trying, no matter how things are, no matter whatever situation you're in. Like the second point I said, you are responsible. You're present. Okay, like, you're present in your woman's life, you're present in your children's life. Don't just let the woman do all the things in the house. Like, even the kids home, you cannot even teach your kids how to do things the right way. Your child is struggling with a certain subject in school. You are good at that subject, but because you are not responsible, you are like, just go let your mom do it, let your mother deal with that. And you can do there's so much you can do for that child. Be a responsible human being. That is something that attracts women. A responsible person, a person you can count on, a person that even if I'm not home, those kids are sorted. That is one thing that attracts women. Don't be like the kind of men who are like, nimelipa rent, nimelipa school fees, nimelipa whatever. Those are things that women nowadays can do. We have single women who are doing big things, by the way, big things. So that is nothing that can move a real woman. She knows that she can do that. Do better, be responsible. Okay, I remember when I was in class 1, I had this challenge of writing letter N, because I just joined class 1, and both of my middle name and my surname, both of them start with letter N. So I had to write letter N in capital letters, and I had a challenge. I used to write it the other way around. So I remember my dad was always training me, and I would go home and he would tell me to write that letter like I don't know how many times. And let me tell you something, by that by I think a few weeks I had already started writing that letter in the way correctly. Okay, and let me tell you, I have one of the best handwritings. If you have come across me writing somewhere, I have one of the best handwritings in this world. And I remember our Kiswahili teachers telling me one day, I was the worst student in Kiswahili. I came to realize that I never used to hate Kiswahili, by the way. Kiswahili used to hate me. So I would write insha. Yani ukiangalia insha, unatamani kuisoma. Now my Kiswahili teacher used to say, my handwriting is so attractive until you start reading. Until you start reading and you realize there was nothing in that whole whatever. So what I'm trying to say is that be a present dad, be a present partner, like help your children where you can. Unajua, if you can help children, children don't remember some of the things that you do, but they remember moments. Every moment you spend with that child, everything you teach that child. I can remember this. My dad taught me this when I was in class 1. I am 30-something years old and I still remember what he did for me. He might have done other things. He might have bought me toys. He might have took me out. But that particular thing, I still remember that thing. So be a responsible man in your woman's life. Let her know that she can count on you, okay? The other thing I need to share with you is have positive connections. Don't only have connections with people who don't matter. Like, let your woman know that if I want something fixed, if I want something fixed, I can count on this man. I just need to tell him, and he has to make a few phone calls, and that is sorted. Usiache bibi yako akue like he's trying, or your woman or your girlfriend is trying to know who to call, and you're there. You need to have positive connections. Have connections. Like if I come to you and tell you, I want a phone. Which phone? This kind of phone. Where can I get it? Actually, I'm not asking for your money. I'm asking, where can I get a good phone? Like you have connection. Just tell me, don't worry, I'll just call someone. That gives a woman some kind of confidence, and knowing that this guy got me. Okay, like you feel, wow, that is nice. You are not asking for money because you already have the money. If you want to change the tires for your car, you don't even have an idea where you're going to buy the tires, and you call your guy and you're like, I need to know a good mech, and they're like, okay, it's okay, let me send you a number, let me talk to someone. So you need to have positive connections. Usikue tu na connections za ujinga, vitu zenye hata hazisaidii mtu, okay? You need to have positive connections. The other thing, this one is a deal breaker for so many men. You need to learn how to fix things in your house. Learn how to fix things in your house. Like, I don't know how many times I'm going to say this. Don't let your wife's phone look like she's a contractor. You touch the name F. Fundi wa mbao, fundi wa stima, fundi wa maji, fundi wa pipe, plumber, sijui nani. Just learn how to do these things at home. There are so many things you can do at home. There are so many things you can learn from this easy YouTube videos. All those things. There are so many things you can learn from that. So just try to fix things. Usiwache bibi yako anaita kiateka kumchinjia bulb. Surely just learn how to do these things. Fix things in the house. Have a toolbox, like something. Have those things around. Let her know that you can fix the kitchen locks. You can fix. By the time you're deciding to call a technician or a fundi or whatever, it is something that you know that this is a big deal. This is something that really needs someone, a professional, okay? But these small things you can fix. Imagine, learn how to fix them, and don't wait for her to tell you to fix them. You can see the bulb is off. Can you kindly fix it? You can see the taps are leaking. Can you do something? you can see that there are some connections that are loose in the house, something that just needs a touch of a screwdriver, or maybe a touch of all those things. Just learn how to fix things. Don't let your wife look like a contractor, or just let her run around like a fundi in the house. Just learn how to fix those things yourself. That is one thing that attracts a woman, that they know this guy can fix this. When you're walking around, you're like, Misawa, let daddy come, he's going to fix it. Okay, it gives you you feel like, wow, this is my man. Okay, so learn how to fix these things. Now, the other thing is that some of those women you're married to, and some of those women you're dating, have been raised and are continuously raised by very strong men. Don't let those men overtake you as his man. Don't let her man, don't let her start looking at someone else like, wow, that's a real man. And you there, that is so embarrassing. Let her see you first before he sees any other man in her life. Let your image come first before the boss. Your image comes first before the man of God in her life. Your image comes first even before her dad. And you have done so much that hizo vitu zote, now they don't even, you are number one. Okay, don't let the image of any other man come before the image. Don't let another image come before your image in your woman's life. You need to be number one. And how do you become number one? By doing all these things and proving that I am a man. Like, I can fix things, I'm responsible, I have positive connections, I have not given my driver's seat, I've not handed it over to someone else. I am this powerful kind of guy. And let me tell you something, it's not always about the money. Let me tell you something. Nowadays you hear men saying that madam squeeze wanataka tu do. It is true, ni sawa wanataka do, lakini if you use money to get a woman, it's gonna take money for you to maintain that woman. If you attract a woman by the amount of money you have in your pocket, it's going to take money to maintain that woman. But if you attract that woman by who you are, that thing can never change. She's attracted to who you are, not what you have. Okay, money is good for young girls, but real women who can find money for themselves, it's more than money. Okay, you need to know, who do you want in your life? Do you want this shakaraka who is just here for the money and good sex and good looks? You can get them, they are all over. But if you want a good quality woman, you need to start working on yourself and stop working on money for money. Work on yourself first. Okay, I'm gonna tell you something as a man, and I've never been a man, but I've related with men. Most of my friends, by the way, are men. I have like 2 to 3 lady friends. All of the other people in my life are friends are male. Now, if whatever is in your pocket dictates what is running through your mind, you're heading to the wrong direction. But if what is in your head dictates what is in your pocket, I'm telling you, you're heading to the right direction. Don't let what is in your pocket dictate what is in your head. Let what is in your head dictate the direction you're going to do, or the things you're going to do with what is in your pocket. And like I said, if it takes money for you to get a woman, if that is all you can offer, it's gonna take that money to maintain that woman. And don't come nagging, don't come complaining when she leaves, when the money is no more. She's going to look for someone else who has money. Okay, but if you have something inside of you that you know, this is who I am, not what I have, that woman is going nowhere. So it takes whatever it takes for you to get a woman. It's gonna take the same thing to maintain that woman. If you took good sex, brother, you gotta keep up with your game, because you gotta make sure that this girl is always satisfied. Because the moment you cannot do what you did to get her, she's leaving. So make sure that whatever you have to offer to this woman is something that is in you, not something that you're trying to impress, not something that can just disappear. Money wisha, pesa wisha, by the way, pesa wisha. You get to a place where the kind of sex you used to have is no longer what you can do right now, and you're busy trying to take drugs and they are killing your ass. Okay, so stop doing all those nonsense. Let's be real, by the way. Wacha tukue tu real, because uwezi niambia ati the same kind of sex that a 20 to 35-year-old can offer is the same that a 40-year-old can do. maybe there are exceptions, but the energy you cannot keep up. So make sure that you work on yourself first. Make sure that the person you attract is attracted to who you are, not what you can give. Okay, so I hope this is going to be helpful. So all you men who are out there looking for strong women, I remember some few weeks ago, my daughter has a tendency of reporting everything, especially in the morning when they are going to school. So there was this particular moment that they were getting ready to go to school, and I usually polish their shoes the night before. So that particular day I forgot to polish my son's shoes. So in the morning my son tries to polish the shoes, and I'm like, don't polish them, let me come and show you how you're going to do it. And my daughter had. So I'm in the kitchen and my son is trying to polish the shoes, and my daughter is calling me, telling me that, reporting that so and so is polishing their shoes. And my daughter calls me, mom, so nani anabrush viatu, and I'm like, mwambie awache. So my son never stopped. He continued. So my daughter is like calling me again to report the same thing, and I had my son telling him, shut up. And my daughter was like, and if you know my daughter, she's not the kind of person you just beat around. That day she was like, hey, nimeambiwa ninyamaze. And I was there listening to my son commanding my daughter, and I'm like, mom, man. So sometimes it's good when you have a boy who is, you feel like this boy is becoming what I want him to be. So I hope these things are going to help you become the man that you always want to be. If it's all about the money, more power to you. But if you're looking for something bigger, something better, it's gotta be more than that. Have a beautiful week. I'll see you on my next one. Bye bye.